morning, everybody, from CEIBS Zurich campus. It's a pleasure to be here and to have Francesco Cartoni, the owner of Antigal and our MBA alumnus of year 2020 over there in Shanghai. Hello.
Good afternoon here, Gianfranco. Thank you.
Afternoon, right?
Yes.
Here it's
Yes.
early morning and there it's early afternoon. As I said, Francesco is the owner of the winery company called Antigal from Chile, and it was a pleasure to write with him and his family a business case about 2 years ago. A business case that won 2 awards as the best China-focused cases at CEIBS and the best EFMD case for the FMD competition. So I would like to ask, you have just come back to Shanghai from a long Asian trip. What happened to Antigal and what happened to your family?
Well, after this case, we won very recently, and I brought the award with me all the way.
Amazing.
New World Winery of the Year from the very prestigious magazine of a wine enthusiast. And I also brought a big, nice bottle here, so you can see it. But
Wow.
many things have happened after we finished the case. We won this award, which is very, very important for us. It's like being in the Ivy League. So we're very, very happy with this award to be the best winery from the New World, competing with all the wineries in the world from Chile, Argentina, and New Zealand. So we're extremely happy with this. And of course, in MBA schools, it's very interesting that this case continue to have milestones, the company that we analyzed during the case. Really great to be back at campus, so thank you for having me.
Thank you, Francesco. I completely agree that your wine is one of the best wine I've ever tasted, and thank you very much for the sample that you sent me over Italy 2 years ago. Thank you so much. In our case, I remember that after talking a little bit about the members of the family, your father, your mother, your siblings. We also talk a lot about the entrepreneurial culture at Antigal and the challenges that you had in developing the wine business and the tensions that rose among you guys when the business was going global. We also talked about the role of the China market to implement this expansion of the business in Asia. And in particular, I remember we talked about how to professionalize the corporate governance and what kind of processes was the company putting in place in order to select the right shareholders for the future, and what was the right strategy to expand into China, in this huge market. So my first question to you is based on the insight that you developed from the case over these last 2 years. Have you put in place any formal practices of corporate governance within the company? And if so, in your opinion, what are the advantages and the disadvantages of having done so?
There is many changes in this aspect. My sister actually, she left to pursue an MBA in Columbia University.
Alessandra, yes, Alessandra, and then a new CEO came in.
He brought a lot of background procedures and a lot of, I'm not saying there is not professional people in my family, but in family business, there is always a lot of passion, so there is many open discussions of topics. So thanks to the case and thanks that our company is now in another stage, we have certainly formalized this kind of procedures with a new board of directors, so they can help us with the strategy and better decision taken for the future. And of course, the new CEO brings a different background from finance, operation, how to manage better the vineyard, the systems in the company. So I think it's always good to have another point of view, and for sure, after my sister Alessandra finishes her MBA, she will come back to maybe a company that works like a Swiss watch. The company is growing. You need to bring maybe professionals that they've been in the industry for many years, and there is good things and bad things. So in this sense, we have a new board of director, we have a new CEO after we conducted the case with the team.
again, on the insight of our case, how important was the case that we have learned in the classroom to develop and to help you shape your China strategy?
Yeah, I think the case was very important because it allowed us to really understand that you really need a strategy for China, for Asia. I mean, it's not the same strategy for US or for Latin American markets. And the strategy for each specific market needs to be aligned also with your goal, because I can say, okay, I want to sell lots of wine, many millions of dollars, but okay, what's the total addressable market in China for South American wines or for Argentinian wines in this case? So I think your goals are very important in every company. And you know, we tend to live in a world that is so fast, the market can change, but your objective and goals needs to be always the cornerstone of your company. You really need to be on the ground, to be in the market. So as for me, I live here many years, I come back here at least 3-4 times per year. You see the markets, you talk with the clients, and even if it sounds like a typical answer, like you really need to be next to your customers. What are their needs? How can you help them? How is the market? What is the total value of the market? Who are your competitors? Everything that you learn in the MBA, you really apply it in real life. And what the case help us to do is to, as you mentioned very well, is to give a structure. You know, all the tools that we have at the MBA is to give a formal structure.
Thank you very much, Francesco. I also would welcome some questions from you if you had some.
I just wanted to hear your opinion about, you know, on the European, how are European large companies looking at the Chinese market, and if there's any particular key to have success in terms of strategy also for this China market that, you know, is so big and so developed and it changes very fast. So wanted to know your opinion on that.
Thank you for asking that. So at a very macro level, I think that European companies still find overall China market as a good opportunity to go. If you take the result of the latest European Chamber of Commerce in China survey, well, in this survey we find that on average more than half of the companies that are members of the chamber have experienced an annual growth over the period 2016-23 of more than 5%, and 1 in 7 of these companies more than 20%. Of course, we cannot deny that there are risks that are associated with the business, associated with the geopolitical situation nowadays, and as a matter of fact, 11% of this company, in order to diversify the risk and to increase resilience, have decided to delocalize in other countries in Asia. To be closer to the sector where your business is operating, the winery business, I think there are 4 important things that, from a strategic point of view, I would consider nowadays. Starting from the assumption, from the premise that doing winery business in China is moving away from the typical import-export kind of approach. So, first of all, you have to be aware that Chinese consumers are eager to enter now more into direct contact with foreign wine producers. Second of all, I think it's important to concentrate more on the quality, and I think your company with Uno wine is doing very well, because a lot of low quality wine over the last 10 years have been sent away from the market, because it's simply easier now also for Chinese companies to do them. And also you should emphasize more marketing, branding, commercial strategy, not just of course quality is not the only factor, and then collaborate if you want to enter the market with the more wineries, especially if you are small and you're not a big company, in order to diversify the product offering and to reduce the risk. I would like to now conclude our interview just with by asking you if you have a wish for the future, for your business, for your family.
Yes, well, thank you very much, and for sure, yes. I mean, a wish for our company is to make, you know, Uno a global brand. So I think our future is bright, especially after the war. and all the learnings that we have been able to take out from this case. Thanks my family, thanks your team also that helped us to build this amazing case, and thanks CEIBS, and hopefully many business schools are able to read this case, and well, thank you for your time, and appreciate it.
Thank you, Francesco. Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much.
Ciao, ciao. Thank you very much.
Ciao.